Hello, ecology students. Today we're going to talk about abundance and diversity. What is community? Who could tell me that?
Me, teacher. Community is the association of interacting species inhabiting some defined area.
Great! Now, who could tell me what is the community structure?
Me, teacher.
Community structure is the number of species, relative species abundance, and species diversity. Great! Now, guild. Guild is the group of organisms that all make their living in the same fashion. And the life form is defined as the combination of structure and growth dynamics.
Teacher, what about I have a question. What about species abundance?
Species abundance, there are regularities in the relative abundance of species in communities that hold, regardless of the ecosystem. Preston have graphed abundance of species in collections as frequency distributions, which have showed a bell-shaped curves. These curves showing that the sample size has large effect and there are significant efforts to capture rare species. For example, this one is for the plants, and this one is for the birds. Species diversity. There are two factors define species diversity. The first one is species richness, which means the number of species in the community, and the other one is species evenness, which defined as relative abundance of species. Environmental complexity. In general, species diversity increased with environmental complexity or heterogeneity. Diversity increased as vegetation structure increased. Studies have shown a positive relation between environmental complexity and species diversity. Phytoplankton communities live in relatively simple environments and compete for the same nutrient, yet many species coexist without competitive exclusion. Environmental complexity may account for a significant portion of the diversity. Tillman found that coexistence of freshwater diatom depends upon a ratio of silicate and phosphate. The diversity of tropical forests. Tropical forest diversity can be organized in two ways. The first one, the large number of species live within most tropical forests communities. The other one is the large number of plants communities in a given area.
Could you please explain the disturbance and diversity for us?
Disturbance is difficult to explain or define because it involves departure from the average condition. The average condition may involve substantial variations. A disturbance was defined as any relatively discrete event in time that disturbs the ecosystem, community, or population structure and changes resources, substrate availability, or the physical environment.
Finally, I want to say something.
What is it?
Intermediate disturbance hypothesis. The disturbance is a prevalent feature that significantly influences community diversity. Both high and low level of disturbance reduce diversity. Intermediate level promote higher diversity but not long enough to allow competitive exclusion.
I'm proud of you girls! Thank you all!
created using Powtoon.